flintlock hunting here in Pennsylvania. Today is a little different than most days that we've actually hunted up here, and that is we got some kind of semi-fresh snow. It's still pretty soft, and I think up here in Sullivan County we got about 2 to 3 inches of snow, maybe a little less, maybe a little more in some other places. With having all this fresh snow, it makes it very nice when you're talking about seeing it, being able to see deer, when you're talking being able to see tracks, and potentially even walking more quiet through the woods. Already, I had seen about 3 or 4 different tracks from the truck to right about where I'm at right now, which is far more than what we notice in the mud and in the disturbed leaves during rifle season. The temperature is pretty dang cold. I got up around 3 o'clock this morning and it was 15 degrees at home, and up here it's right in the single digits, if not 0 at some places, I bet. And so for today, with being all this cold, we're just gonna go nice and easy today, go down this big old trail and kind of look down on these different benches and in the thicket, and hopefully we see some tails, you know, some deer out here in the little pastures feeding, etc., you know, with all the snow that might be digging up some stuff to feed. And then around 12 o'clock, we have a special surprise for the afternoon hunt that I can't wait to share with you guys. So I guess that being said, stay tuned, and hopefully, if everything goes right, we'll go ahead and get a shot at a nice doe or a nice Pennsylvania public land mountain buck. Kind of right off the bat, one of the first things I've been starting to notice is the amount of coyote sign. No more than maybe a half mile from the truck, I've already seen at least 6 different coyotes. That's 6 different tracks of coyotes, and they're all the same exact age. And then over towards my truck, I had seen 2 singles and then a double, so that potentially is 10 coyotes. Now I don't know if some of these are the same coyote. It could be. I do know that there's about 6 different tracks right in front of me. They're kind of exploding out here. Coyotes are so detrimental to the populations of deer, especially on public land or more, you know, big public land where people can't shoot them all. I know private land, you know, some of those coyotes get shot more frequently, but out here in the big woods, man, they can just reproduce and just wander all around. It's harder to get them because maybe people don't want to walk 2 miles to call them in. I was just walking on this trail, and as you can see, there's tons and tons and tons of coyote tracks. And I was stopping and listening, stopping and looking every now and then. And as I stopped, in the thicket off to my left, over there, I hear a deer take off running. So close, so close. She was right back over there. I believe she was bedded down. And I guess it's so hard to keep quiet, but when she heard me and saw me probably, she got up and took off running. When I stopped, I can't see more than 10 yards in the thicket, and she was more than that. The problem is getting anywhere close to him is going to be the tricky part because it's so cool. It's so noisy and so thick. So for any of you guys that do late season flintlock hunting, outside of deer drive, one of my favorite things to do is to sneak up some of these trails and go up to a ledge like right what we had behind me. We have a little ledge. For the past 5 years, that has probably been one of my most successful ways to get close to deer. Cold weather or a change of weather, deer, from my experience, they will go into these little food plots in the woods and eat. My success rate has gone up so much higher, at least seeing deer, sneaking up to these little drop-off points where the food is right in the bottom of this little hill. The spot that we're at today, one of the challenging things that we encountered this year on the trail was not seeing a lot of deer. A few years ago, you would come out here, maybe see a couple deer each time you're out, which is pretty consistent. You know, that was pretty consistent for multiple years at a time. Well, this year in rifle, we were lucky if we even saw 1. And I remember 5 people were out, and my brother saw a couple, but the rest of us barely even saw anything, which was kind of surprising. We were really wondering what's happening to all these deer. Where are all these deer going? And we had no idea, like, what's going on? We talked to other hunters experienced the same thing. And now we're back here, we have fresh snow that was no more than 2 days old, and we're noticing the coyote sign is absolutely insane. All going the same direction and weaving in between branches and whatnot. but they're heading the same way. You know, either that's the same coyote doing a loop at a time in no more than 2 days' time. I believe that there was 10 coyotes, or close to 10, maybe 8. Now that being said, I have my Fox Pro collar in my truck with my 17 HMR. We're gonna come back here tonight, and we're gonna see if we can take down some coyotes. All right, guys. Well, here we are. This is the kind of the special surprise I was telling you about. This is my new friend Chris. Chris actually kind of messaged me on Instagram a little bit more than a week ago about maybe hunting in Sullivan County, because he also hunts in Sullivan County, and we kind of got together, kind of figured out a plan, and here we are. And Chris, I mean, is this your first time here? Like, what part of the area were you hunting?
Yeah, just first time here. Usually just hunt up a little bit out in some other public land. So great to be here.
Yeah, it's a big piece of public land too, and there's so many people that hunt this, so many different areas that so many different people can hunt, and it's just a joy hunting with other hunters, especially in late season. That's what it's all about, having fun and hopefully getting somebody on a deer. So what we have here is we're gonna set up Chris over on this little cliff. You can probably see it behind me. We're gonna set him up, and then I'm actually gonna do a deer drive for him. I'm gonna go down the road a little bit, cut in the woods, and hopefully push a deer to him. We'll see what happens.
Hopefully we have something.
Yeah, dude. Have a good luck.
Yep, thanks. So we're using a Traditions 50 caliber here, hoping to get put a hurting on one.
Yeah. About how far are you feel comfortable with a shot with a Flintlock?
Feel comfortable about 50 yards,
which is pretty typical for late season.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I know. He had an opportunity this morning, and it was just out of reach, right?
Yep, just out.
Just out. And see, that's a smart hunter right there, you know, not pushing his limits, being respectful of the deer. You want to put an ethical shot, make that deer go down nice and easy. So we'll go ahead and get to. And speaking of Chris messaging to me on Instagram, if you guys also have an Instagram, Facebook, and feel like messaging me about hunting or fishing, coyote hunting, deer hunting, or whatever it might be, feel free to do that if you want to. I am always up for an adventure in the woods with tons of different people. I love hunting with people. I love meeting people. I love having a great time with different people. So I will leave that stuff both down below. In the meantime, let's go ahead and grab the old Flintlock, head up the road, cut in a little bit, and have a fingers crossed, hopefully Chris gets on one. So the type of drive that I'm doing for Chris is kind of a very calm push. I don't want to get these deer moving pretty fast. I want them to be very comfortable, but move away from any noise that I may create. And our objective is to get those deer slowly moving towards where Chris is positioned. Well, I tell you, there's a lot of tracks back here. I'm seeing tracks every 2 feet. It seems like, I mean, all kinds of stuff. It's a perfect place to jump a deer. There was actually a deer bed back there as well. Chris is right behind me on the hill, that back there. But look at all these tracks. All these stuff. Tons. Lots and lots and lots inside. It's a good place to just see a deer real quick too. Hunt is about done, and I am worn out. Oh man, I got smacked in the face so many times. It's so thick in there, my flash pan's all messed up from the snow getting down in there. I was on my hands and knees. Boy, it was rough. But hopefully Chris saw something. We'll see. Yeah, that was me. Did you see anything though?
No.
Nothing. Okay. Oh, well, we gave it a shot.
Yeah, we did.
That was a good drive, dude. There's so many tracks down there.
Yeah.
I don't know if the deer are down there at nighttime or not, but it just looks like there's just like I almost think they would be there at nighttime for not seeing any deer, you know.
I would probably think this would be a good bedding spot.
Yeah. Well, what time is it? I didn't check. Like
it's almost 2 now.
Oh, still okay. All right, guys. Well, that is all we have for you guys today so far with this hunt. We might have a little bit left here in the afternoon. We're probably gonna go down about where Chris was overlooking. There's a little spot down there. I want to go ahead and check out this afternoon, see if there's a deer shows up. There are a lot of tracks, but
lots of tracks,
dude. It's a good sign. There's lots of deer down there, and that's kind of what you want. I don't know if they're gonna be down here in the middle of the day, which is kind of like early afternoon where we were at. But I do think evenings and mornings there's potential.
I believe that too.
But other than that, man, Chris, man, it was great to meet you, dude.
Nice to meet you.
I mean, you're an awesome guy, an awesome hunter.
You as well.
Yeah, thanks. I'll leave his Instagram down below. You guys can check him out. That's how I met him. Phenomenal guy. Highly recommend you guys checking him out. But other than that, do you have any other plans for the rest of the season? We have like a week left.
Yeah, we have about a week left. I'll probably, with my work schedule right now, probably be about next weekend will be the last weekend I get out for the season. So.
Cool. Are you gonna come up here maybe?
Yep. I'll be in the area here.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know where I'm gonna be next weekend. Until then, guys, stay tuned. Go ahead and don't forget to check out Chris's Instagram, and I'll see you guys maybe in the next minute or so. Have a good one.
Yep.